Good afternoon. We are here this afternoon at Ndere Center for the Gathering of Givers 2024. And our theme is Our Generous Spirit. And I'm honored to have my guest, Wembi, who is going to tell us a bit about himself. Please.
Oh, wow. Are we on video?
We're diving in. Please, we are young people. We don't waste time.
We're starting. So, guys, my name is Denis Wembi, and we are at Ndere Center for Gathering of Givers. And where are you?
I know, right? Rachel one.
Question.
You know those taxis you pass and you say, Walokoka.
Local.
So now we are asking Oriwa.
So yeah, my name is Denis Wembi. Yes. I do so many things.
I don't know. Jack of all trades, master of everything. Okay, pick one thing. Okay, pick several things. Yes.
I'm so humbled to be here and to be speaking to someone that I admire so much, someone that I really look up to. And every time I see her work, and I'm like, okay, what are you doing? You need to step up. So, like, I'm so happy to be speaking to Miss Jacqueline Asiimwe. And my name is Denis Wembi, as I said. So, I work with so many things, but let me choose one.
Yes.
I'm a youth leader, and I'm working
the one where they won't fire you, man.
I don't think.
Like, what did you say? You didn't say our mission statement properly. You're fired.
You're fired. No.
Anyway, guys, that's why I love Wembi. It can just be jokes the whole time between me and him. But we are serious people, by the way.
Serious people, yeah.
Oh.
And now we are very serious. No more laughing.
I know,
now
right?
let's give it. So I'm a youth leader, and I'm working with Go Next Generation program as the network chairperson. So GOL is a humanitarian organization based in Ireland, and they have a youth fellowship called Go Next Generation Youth Fellowship. So when you're done with the fellowship, you join the network. Mm-hmm. And the network has over 185 young people all over the world.
Wow.
So this year in March, I was voted. They trusted me with the power to be able to lead the network.
So you're HE Wembi.
No, people. Not yet.
Hey, I am breathing royal air as we speak right now. Hey, when they tell me, who do you know? Do you see how I put on my CV? His Excellency Wembi. Anyway, HE Wembi. Can you tell us an experience? We're here talking about generosity and celebrating our generous spirit. When you look back in your life, over the arc of your life, what is your first experience of generosity?
There's so many experiences, and the first one was introduced to me by my dad. Mm-hmm. He was the first person, of course. He's my dad, so he was meant to be generous to me.
No, by the way, guys, we also know, unfortunately, that there are some children who do not experience generosity from their parents. So it's not obvious. It is not obvious.
It's not obvious.
Yeah. So let's celebrate your dad. Give him his props. Yes.
Give him his flowers.
Yes.
So he used to buy for me books to be able to read. Mm-hmm. So like every time you would go, you would come back home with a children book or something for you to be able to.
That's why you're a reader.
that's why I read.
Yes, that's the other thing that Wembi and I share in common. He is an ardent reader, and that's how we came into each other's spaces. Yeah, that's how we came into
each other's space. Yes. That's
amazing.
That was the first time that I've been introduced. I was introduced to generosity, and the biggest one happened this year. Mm-hmm. So I was traveling to Nairobi then for work, but then I had like 2 off days. So I decided, okay, let me go to Diani. I'd never been to Diani, so like I didn't know anything where it was, but all in my mind I knew if you book a train ticket to Mombasa, you can be able to access Diani. So on the train, I encountered 2 ladies. One was coming from I get to know about their profile after. One was coming from the UK, but she was traveling with their mother on the train. So they requested me to help them to put their suitcase on that thing up.
On the rack.
Yeah, on the rack. So that's what I did. But I didn't know that small thing that I was doing at that time was going to save me while I was traveling to Diani. So we reach Mombasa, reach the the train station, and I don't have internet. My phone is off. I don't have a Kenyan number. I have no one to help me. There is no one I know.
That's when you can know what loneliness is.
Yes.
Hey, when you're alone in this world. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I think now I've been testing Dance Stars, and they're like, okay, we got you in a friend land.
Right? Yes.
So these two people, I talk to them after, and I tell them my problem. I tell them I don't have internet, but I'm going to a place that I don't know. Then they're like, oh wait, but Diani is far from here. Diani is in Ukunda or something like that. It's far from Mombasa. And in my mind, I was thinking I would take like Uber or something. Like, oh, and I reached there.
You are going to pay your 2 salaries for 2 years anyway. For that Uber drive. Yes.
So they tell me, you know what, that place is very far and they're going to charge you so much money.
Yes.
But we are going on the same road. So what we are going to do is we are going to drop but before you reach Diani, like that's our place is. Forget it anyway. So they reach there, and then they tell their car guy would come to pick them to take me up to Diani. And guys, the place where they left them to Diani is like 30 kilometers away from there. But they paid the entire bill. They didn't know me. They didn't know anything about me. But they paid the entire bill. They told me he's going to drop you there and he's going to help you find a place where to stay. Since you don't know where you're going, I thought that's the best thing that has happened to me this year. And well, like strangers showed me generosity. And yeah.
Wow, no, that is such a beautiful story. And Wembi, we're here talking about the ways young people give. And I know you interact with young people. You're a young person yourself. What are the ways that you've seen generosity expressed with and among young people that those of us not in that age bracket wouldn't see?
Oh, I think it comes to that days when you don't have and your friend tells you like, Wembi, my best friend Grace will just tell you like, Vince, I know you don't have, but we're going to be able to do this. It's a time when my roommate paid for school fees, my best friend Grace, my tuition. And is a young person like me and is able to support another young person just because he looks at my vision, looks at my dream, he knows this is what I have to achieve, this is what we have to achieve together. I'm not going to leave you behind. So even when family is struggling a little bit, I'll be able to step in and be able to support. And I've seen very many other young people around me that are able to share resources freely. I have a friend of mine, Felix Olindi, and he shares books with other young people around him. And like that's so generous. Most of course, I wouldn't say that most old people don't, but most old people as well are really generous, and some of them are really supportive to young people, especially when they see that, okay, this is what this young person is doing, they'll chip in and they'll be able to support you.
You're here at the Gathering of Givers. Why did you come? What made you come? Apart from my wonderful self, but yes. We have to be serious. What made you come? No, because again, it's a Saturday. This is Uganda. There is proggy all the time.
There is so much
right?
going on, but
so
this is proggy.
For you to choose to come here, what made you do it?
When I got to know about it last month, I said, okay, come rain, come sunshine.
Yes, and there's a lot of sunshine. You're the one responsible for the heat right now. The heat today, guys, is sponsored by none other.
So I made sure I made that day black on my calendar.
Oh, that is
what does that mean?
gracious of
I
you.
have to go there. But above all, it's because of the people that are going to be available, the network, the value, and as well the theme of the event, generosity, and being able to support, to give. There's so much that we have that we think we need, but we actually don't need it, and we keep on just leaving it there. And if you're able to come and share it with other people, it could be a book, it could be a trouser, it could be a shirt, it could be anything,
handkerchief.
a handkerchief
Seriously.
that you're no longer using, you can be able to come. So I came as well to be able to contribute to that cause. So what I have, and to be able to impact some other person who outside there who needs it. And you know, the more you give, the more you
it comes back. It's literally a circle of life.
Yeah, circle of life, but also not necessarily giving because you need anything to to get back to you, but because you can impact someone's life with what you have that is just sitting on the shelf or sitting in your wardrobe that you necessarily don't actually need. So that's why I came. But also I came because of the amazing chocolates. So
I'm here pausing. Anyhow, Wembi, as we wind down this conversation, what are your dreams? What are your hopes? You're connected to young givers around the globe. When you guys are giving your time, your treasure, spending your energy in all these things to volunteer, to give, what is your hope? What is your dream?
My hope, my dream, well, my biggest dream, and every time that I think about it, it scares me, is being able to ease access to literature for every young person in this world. Because you know, most people want to buy books, most people want to have access to literature, but they can't because books are expensive. They are they're very expensive. So at the end of the day, if I'm able to set up a center, a resource center that is helpful to every young person in this country, in this world, they're able to get access. Because now, of course, even you don't need, like reading, most of their sources are online. So I want to help them to be able to put them in one place that, you know what, this is here. Like you can be able to access. You don't need to go around the corner. If you don't have money to buy a book, come to me. Come to the library. There is a reading space for you. But above all, to be able to encourage more people to read, to be able to read, because when you have the knowledge, when you have the resources, you're able to change so many things. There are things that have happened, and in your mind you're like, bro, if you had read something, this would have gone a different way. So there's so much to learn, there's so much to be able to offer from reading. So I want to be able to, my biggest dream is to be able to ease access to literature for young people in this country.
Wow.
So,
and I am absolutely with you on that dream. Reading opens doors in amazing ways, and I think is an avenue through which generosity comes to us.
Yes.
And so I wish you well as you bring that dream to life.
Thank you.
And I pray that the those that are supposed to connect with you for that dream will find you, and you'll connect and make this dream come true. Thank you so much for your time. I know I caught you on your way out, Wembi. Thank you so much for spending time with us on this podcast today at on location. I've always wanted to say that, right? I'm Jacqueline Asiimwe reporting on live on location. But I'm living my dream.
You guys are missing. Why are you still home? Why?
Wake up. Thank you, Wembi.
Thank you so much.
Blessings. Thank you so much for listening to us. Bye-bye.